inches away from running him over. They don't even seem to care that they nearly killed this kid, and his mother pulls him out of the road before they drive away. Okay, I can already see where this is going. This boy is so obsessed with his TV idols that he can't even recognize danger when it's staring him in the face, and this is going to become a serious problem later on. We can all remember as little kids when we had our favorite TV show, whether it was SpongeBob, Adventure Time, or even Teletubbies. But imagine if those Teletubbies nearly ran you over and drove off without even so much as an apology. This would be gut-wrenching, and even at 7 years old, it should be enough to make you stop being their fans forever. Instead, this kid defended them, saying that they would never hurt him. And this kind of thinking is exactly how you end up at Neverland Ranch. When these animatronics are going to go full Terminator on them, that kind of blind trust is a serious problem. Now, we can't put all the blame on the kid here, because his parents shouldn't have even bought these tickets in the first place. TV shows like this normally target the age group of 1 to 4 years old, and this kid is 7. He should be watching Captain America and playing Minecraft because he's way too old for this stuff. When Harley here realizes what's underneath these warm and fuzzy exteriors, and finally gets to see the show for what it really is, he's going to be scarred for life. And if the parents hadn't reinforced this poor kid's stunted development, he would be watching age-appropriate violence on a 4K TV instead of seeing dead bodies with lollipops shoved down their throats live and in theater. The Banana Splits enter the studio, and they all line up in front of the mechanic, who wants to make some adjustments before the show begins. One of them enters the booth where he plugs it in for a tune-up, but the mechanic doesn't realize there's a glitch in the software. Backstage, the head of the network is in his office and tells the producers over the phone that he plans to cancel the Banana Splits program after tonight, but doesn't realize that someone else is listening in. That's when he hears a strange noise from across the room, and he gets up to check it out. Looking behind the curtains, he's surprised to see one of the animatronics standing there smiling, but it's just a distraction. The man is kidnapped by another robot with no one coming to his rescue, and the next time we see him, he's going to experience the most brutal death you could possibly imagine. Okay, let's get one thing out of the way here. These things look nothing like animatronics, and it's pretty ridiculous if you take it at face value. But imagine meeting one of these things face to face, and it's a different story. These robots don't need to look convincing to be able to murder you and your entire family, and it puts a horrifying turn on this whole scenario. For decades, some of the brightest minds in the world, like Stephen Hawking and Elon Musk, have been telling the public that artificial intelligence is mankind's greatest threat. They just didn't imagine that this threat would be born in a failing entertainment center, and that honestly makes it 100 times scarier. Computers have already been able to outsmart humanity's greatest strategists in both chess and Go, which has infinite possibilities. They're also able to learn from their surroundings, and all of this can even be generated by a computer-based neural network that mimics how a human brain works with surprising accuracy. Even on a physical level, Boston Dynamics have been able to develop robots that can run, walk like a human, and travel difficult terrain. It's only a matter of time that these are combined into a highly logical, conscious mind that can fight back and think for itself. And when you put all that deadly potential into these 4 creatures here, we should be pissing our pants. Which is exactly why they need to protect themselves from AI with a wallet built with RFID blocking technology. Is your wallet bulky, heavy, and uncomfortable? Unlike big and bulky wallets, the Ridge wallet is the perfect size that can hold up to 12 cards plus room for cash. Every Ridge wallet is made with RFID blocking technology that protects you against digital theft, and it makes a great Father's Day gift that will spare your dad from an AI robot overlord. These wallets are actually so durable, they come with a lifetime warranty. This one I personally love is made out of carbon fiber, which is very lightweight but 5 times stronger than steel, guaranteed to survive an apocalypse. In fact, the wallets have over 40,000 5-star reviews, and the Ridge team is so confident you'll like their wallets, they'll let you test drive it for 45 days, and you can send it back for a full refund if you don't absolutely love it. Just imagine these gore-seeking animatronics getting access to all that you hold dear. Better get a few wallets for you and your family just in case. Use my link in the description, ridge.com/howtobeat, and my coupon code HOWTOBEAT to get 10% off your Ridge wallet purchase. Thank you to the Ridge Wallet for sponsoring this video. The show begins, and all the kids are excited to see their favorite characters as they walk onto the stage. There's Fleagle the dog, Snorky the elephant, Bingo the ape, Trooper the lion, and Stevie here. Everyone is enjoying the show, and the group plays their theme song to close the set. But that's when Trooper violently knocks the man's leg out from under him. They all laugh, but Harley here realizes something is very wrong with the animatronics. His mom thinks it's just a part of the show, but he's the only one in the audience that can tell these robots are not behaving normal, and they're all going to realize that this will turn into a bloodbath, starting with Stevie here. Backstage after the show, Stevie is completely wasted and is pissed off at Drooper for knocking him down on stage. Taunting the robots, he tells them that he hates performing with them every single night. Before he walks into his changing room, he closes the door, but Drooper here decides to take it personally. Later, the man finds the robot inside his room and tells it to leave, but it won't move. He spits a mouthful of alcohol in its face, but the robot snatches a giant lollipop off a shelf, grabs the man, and shoves the whole thing straight down his throat. Blood starts gushing out of his mouth, and he becomes the first person to be brutally murdered by the banana splits. Okay, Stevie here never had a chance, and his first mistake was being a blackout drunk. Through the course of this man's evening, he's had 9 drinks of whiskey, and he was already half naked in a bathrobe when we started counting his drinks. Now, I don't know where that is on a drunk scale, but if the man wasn't hammered, there's one thing he could have done that might have given him a chance. Even if this machine is stronger than you and can't feel pain, it still needs to see and hear in order to interact with its environment, and that's exactly why I would go straight for the eyes to defeat it. When you're in a situation like this, you need to react quickly and use what you have around you. And right now, the closest thing around us are racks of clothes. So the best thing to do here is grab these clothes and throw them over the animatronic's eyes to block its vision for as long as possible. A robot would most likely want to deal with its impaired vision as a priority because it leaves it vulnerable to attack. That means it will stop trying to kill you for just long enough to take the clothes off its head, and it's both the quickest and most effective way to create a distraction and get yourself in a better position to escape. Now, if we were brave enough, you could take this one step further and use this opportunity to kill it. Given how much alcohol this man drinks, I try to grab a bottle of whiskey and break it over the robot's head. The liquid might be able to short-circuit his electronics, and that could either fry his computer or slow it down. Then, to destroy the body, there's one more thing here we could take advantage of. It might be a machine on the inside, but it's pure cotton and plastic on the outside. So if we found a lighter, we could set it on fire, and it should be enough to burn away all his circuits and kill it. Some of the audience members are led on a tour backstage, where they finally get to meet the banana splits. The fans jump in and start taking pictures with the animatronics, but this father here has a secret ulterior motive and sneaks away to find the producer of the show. The tour guide spots him leaving and chases after him, but as they leave, Snorky here realizes he's not being watched. This animatronic has already killed dozens of people and has thrown their bodies down in the basement. Outside the studio, his stepfather has managed to get his phone back, but when his wife finds him, he quickly hangs up. He tells her he's been sorting things out with the office, but she doesn't believe him and takes his phone out of his hand, finding out he's been having an affair with his assistant. Austin comes out to confront the man, but the stepfather is fed up with both of them and says he'll wait by the car. Now Snorky here has the man alone, and the stepfather doesn't realize that he's about to be hunted for sport. Later in the parking lot, the stepdad hears something in the distance, and the man realizes that the animatronic is driving straight at him. He starts running for his life, but drops his phone and Snorky runs over with his car. The
Alright, that's enough, guys. Bye-bye.